Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ka Halala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at GMS and the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. I'm going into reading this Esdras, first Esdras. I'm reading chapter 3, where they have what's it called, they have like what is the strongest thing, and wine, the king or woman, or the truth. And this one, man, this one's deep. But I was just gonna go into the end, but I'll just read the whole thing because it's pretty good. They're having what's it called? Like a challenge or whatever. See, like who would win? Here, I'll just read it. I'll just start chapter 3 at the top and then go into it. Now when Darius resigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects, and unto all his household, and unto all the princes of Media and Persia, and to all the governors and captains and lieutenants that were under him, from India unto Ethiopia, of 127 provinces. And when they had eaten and drunken, and being satisfied were gone home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept, and soon after awaked. Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, Let every one of us speak a sentence, he that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall seem wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts, and great things in token of victory, as to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and an head tire of fine linen, and the chain about his neck. And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then every one wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under King Darius his pillow, and said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of whose side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge, that his sentence is the wisest. To him shall the victory be given as was appointed. The first wrote, Wine is the strongest. The second wrote, The king is the strongest. The third wrote, Women are the strongest. But above all things, truth beareth away the victory. Now when the king was risen up, they took their writings and delivered them unto him. And so he read them. And sending forth, he called all the princes of Persia and Media, and the governors and captains and the lieutenants and the chief officers, and sat him down in the royal seat of judgment. And the writings were read before them. And he said, Call the young men, and they shall declare their own sentences. So they were called and came in. And he said unto them, Declare unto us your mind concerning the writings. Then began the first, who had spoken of the strength of wine. And he said, Thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine! It causeth all men to err that drink it. It maketh the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one, of the bondman and the freeman, of the poor man and of the rich. It turneth also every thought into jollity and mirth, so that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor debt. And it maketh every heart rich, so that a man remembereth neither king nor governor. And it maketh to speak all things by talents. And when they are in their cups, they forget their love, both to friends and brethren. And a letter after draw out swords. But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. O ye men, is not wine the strongest that forceth to do this? And when he had so spoken, he held his peace. Yeah, I know that wine demon too fucking well. You know what I mean? Like all that. That's on point. That's exactly what happens. But yeah, this First Esdras, chapter 4, verse 1. Then the second that had spoken of the strength of the king began to say, O ye men, do not men excel in strength, that bear rule over sea and land and all things in them? But yet the king is more mighty, for he is Lord of all these things, and hath dominion over them. And whatsoever he commanded them, they do. If he bid them make war the one against the other, they do it. If he send them out against the enemies, they go, and break down mountains, walls, and towers. They slay and are slain, and transgress not the king's commandment. If they get the victory, they bring all to the king, as well the spoil of all these things. Likewise for those who are no soldiers, and have not to do with wars, but use husbandry, when they have reaped again that which they have had sown, they bring it to the king, and compel one another to pay tribute unto the king. And yet he is but one man. If he command to kill, they kill. If he command to spare, they spare. If he command to smite, they smite. If he command to make desolate, they make desolate. If he command to build, they build. If he command to cut down, they cut down. If he command to plant, they plant. So all his people and his armies obey him. Furthermore, he lieth down, he eateth and drinketh, and taketh his rest. And these keep watch round about him. Neither may any one depart and do his own business, neither disobey they him in anything. O ye men, how should not the king be the mightiest, when in such sort he is obeyed, and he held his tongue? Then the third, who had spoken of women and of the truth, began to speak. This was Zorobabel. Began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or hath lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king, and all the people that bear rule by the sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up, and planted the vineyards from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be? Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any other godly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely and in favor and beauty? And letting all those things go, do they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold, or any godly thing whatsoever? Yeah, people in the world, people who fucking kill each other over some pussy, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers end up in jail and shit, over a woman, and then nothing happens to her, but the brother's in jail, and fucking she's out there doing the same shit, she was with him. But First Esdras 4:20. A man leaveth his own father, and brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father, nor mother, nor country. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor, and toil, and give, and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh his sword, and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon the rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. And now do they not believe me? Is it not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him, and Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admiral Bartacus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head, and setting it upon her own head. She also struck the king with her left hand, and yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter, and she might be reconciled to him again. O you men, how can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus? Then the king and the princes looked one upon the other, so he began to speak of the truth. O you men, are not women strong? Great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift to the sun is the sun in his course, for he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore great is the truth, and stronger than all things. All the earth calleth upon the truth, and heaven blesseth it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. As for the truth, it endureth, and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. Whew! Damn, that's sharp. That's deep. Hey, this book, man. Hey, it is the most beautiful thing ever written. These are the words of the Most High. Man, hey, everything in this book is complete truth. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to go into that. That was a good couple chapters. But yeah, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Kahalala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.